Hello, friends. We are flooded by 24 by 7 media. It's not just print media or online media or television media, but also social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so forth. We are flooded with information all the time on topics that are not even relevant to us, but we are constantly listening, processing, analyzing, passing judgments, and spending all our effort and time in digesting all that information. But let's keep that aside and imagine what would happen if you were to keep silence for about 5 to 10 minutes of your day, totally cutting off from all information and just being silent. You might be wondering, well, I sleep for 6 to 8 hours, isn't that sufficient? Well, if the sleep was sufficient, then I wouldn't be talking about this at all. I am talking about silence of the mind when we are constantly awake, when you're consciously awake to maintain 5 to 10 minutes of silence. You think that would give us peace of mind? Well, let's go two steps further. Our mind, when we do this, will slowly develop the power of filtering mechanism. When I say filtering mechanism, let's take an example of an AC filter. It allows certain particles to come through and certain particles to just exit out. This way there's clean air flowing into the home. It's exactly like that. When our mind begins to behave like a filter, or we build in that ability to make it behave like a filter, it will only allow those thoughts that are relevant, whether they are painful or gives us pleasure. That's a different story. But we will be able to better control what kind of thoughts and information should come through us and what should be left out. When we do this, we begin to control to a greater extent, if not completely, what should be allowed to help us move forward in our day to day activities. And this is the key to resilience, the ability of filtering mechanism by the mind. In the Yoga Sutras of 6th century AD, it is mentioned that when the mind ceases to be active, when it is completely silent, is when the true awakening begins. And the true awakening is actually making our mind much more stronger, much more powerful, and having the power to control what should we allow inside to let us bother us or give us happiness. So try out. Maintain 5 to 10 minutes of silence in a day and let me know what you think. And let's teach this to our next generation because they are going to be flooded with information much more than what we do as of today.